driving. Hope comes and stops us in our tracks. Bravely we prove in our striving, trudging together each day. Where there's a will, there's a way.
This one will be for fellow trudgers only. It just means I only put it in the regular groups. It's time. It's kind of chilly in here, man. Chilly Willy the penguin, I'm frozen through and through. My head is hot and my feet are cold. Achoo. Hey, Gary. You'll see you again. Where's my phone? Where's my phone? You see my phone? Everybody's always looking for their phone. Have you seen my phone? Where's my phone? If I don't have my phone, then I'm just not complete. Right? So, we are going to be talking about a different swinging door today, this evening, on a Sunday night. Yeah, they say this is actually the best time to go live on TikTok. I'm not doing TikTok anymore, but at least that's what they used to say. Maybe it's changed. Maybe it's changed. I don't know. Yeah, you try to call. How are you going to call your phone when you don't have your phone? Oh, phones used to be a lot easier to keep track of. Yep. Because they were stuck on the wall and you knew where they were. Until we got cordless phones, and that turned into a mess, huh? That turned into a mess. Everybody's arguing over the phone. I had my own cordless phone. Sawyer, give it up. I don't know why. I have a cat that still growls at my deaf dog. My dog has no idea. We've been living together like 8 years, and get over it, cat. Welcome to Daily Trudge. I'm Dion, who has slept well enough for the day. My daughter asked me, she said, how's your day going? I said, well, it hasn't been very long. So, and if you're here, please say hello, whether you're watching the live or the rewatch. Hey, Amber, good to see you. Good to see you. You've been on my mind a lot, but for good reasons. Hope you're doing okay. This hasn't been an easy week for everybody, you know, but we got through it. We're here. We're sober. We're still doing our stuff. No? Give me a second to shut the door because Cranky is about to wake up. Other Cranky, not me. My grandson's waking up from a nap. So, it's good to see that even though we go through these things, we can still create progress in our lives. We can, we start to overcome them. And really, we're talking about the 9-step promises there, aren't we? Suddenly realizing that God can do for us what we cannot do for ourselves. That has a lot more to do with than just the relief of the obsession. Right? It also deals with how we handle our problems, the way that others perceive us, the way that we're putting ourselves out there. So, all right, let's talk about a different swinging door. All right? Because we in AA are all we're pretty inviting people. If you think that you have an alcohol problem, then we'd like to have you, right? If you have a desire to stop drinking, if you have a desire to work on your food habit or your porn or whatever, then we're happy to have you. And but these groups are also, and you don't even know about it because it just kind of happens. These groups have internal boundaries. Keeps the bullshit out. It keeps the bullshit out. It protects AA. It protects the group. It protects the individual. Right? And that's what we're kind of talking about here today. Marinetta as Bill sees it. Okay. On page 62, if you would like to follow along. And it's called A Different Swinging Door. This is actually out of the 12 concepts, page 73. I don't believe that I have the concepts on me. So, anyway, let's get started. When a drunk shows up among us and says that he doesn't like the AA principle, people, or service management, when he declares that he could do better elsewhere, we are not worried. Okay. Go ahead. Yeah. Yep, there are other ways out there besides AA. Right? We can give them that. Yeah, there's other ways. But we all know that's not really the problem. They're just going to find the same problem over there, aren't they? Celebrate recovery, smart recovery. Those are about and church. Those are about the only three that I know of, anyway, that would have you, that where you could stand a chance of making it through. All right. But it doesn't matter which one you go to. You're still going to do the work. It's just, they just say it differently. That's it. I'm just getting a little jacket because it's cold as fuck in here. All right. Yo, what's up, Emma? Who's up really late? Or up really early, one of the two, huh? One of the two. Good to see you, honey. So, yes, there are different paths. I mean, you don't have to utilize AA in order to get a result. Okay. Notice I've got a smirk on my face. Okay. We would simply say maybe your case really is different. Why don't you go try something else? Yeah. Why are we doing that? Why are we doing that? Because number one, I don't care. I don't care what you think of AA. If you need to use AA to cut down to service your agenda, that's something a little different. We're talking about somebody trying to get sober here, not somebody's agenda. Right? What are they saying? They're saying I'm not willing. So, bye-bye. Bye. Because I want to work with the person that's willing, do I not? Isn't that what I'm searching for? Maybe you don't have, I'll tell you a little bit and, maybe go out there and try some other stuff. If you have any other questions, come back and let me know. Why? Because there's nothing beyond that I can do. Okay? And the more I try and push that, the worse I'm just going to make it. Okay? If I actually get upset about that, then I have my own personal problems to work on. It has nothing to do with them. They're not listening to me. That's because your intention is trying to get somebody to listen to you. When the question is this person willing to listen to me? And if you can be okay with the answer no, then you can actually do some incredible things. That's when you back off, plant a little seed, and just say, hey, if you need something, I'm here. And that's it. You don't have to do anything else. They know that you care. If an AA member says he doesn't like his own group, we are not disturbed. We simply say, why don't you try another one? Or start one of your own. Okay? Or start one of your own. Every group is autonomous and it gets to run however the hell it wants to, as long as it doesn't affect AA as a whole. Okay? And it takes a lot to affect AA as a whole. Okay? This is the way I kind of see it. Open discussion meetings should always be open. Okay? A mixed men's and women's meeting should never be closed. I don't think so. Okay? And that's personal. That doesn't mean that one can't make it closed. Okay? Maybe there's a reason for it. Maybe they're doing something particular in that group or whatever. And that's okay too. As long as you're thinking about the newcomer. As long as you're thinking about the newcomer. All right. But sometimes you find a lot of people that come in and I don't like this meeting. There's hundreds and thousands of meetings to attend. Okay. So go try those. Okay. And if you're still feeling that way, then the answer or the problem's you. Then the problem is you. Are you going into the meeting trying to find out what you can get from the meeting? Or are you going into the meeting trying to figure out why you don't like it? Because whatever your intention is what you're going to get. Whatever your intention is, that's what you're going to get back. So why don't you try another one? Start one of your own. A lot of people do go that route where they start one of their own. This is what I don't like about that. Because usually when there's I'm going to start one of my own, then they usually go into the group and say, don't you agree with me on this and this and this and this? And now we're creating division in that group. What's that going to do? That's going to create resentment. So I've seen groups go at it before because they want to be better than the other group. I see it happen all the time. See it happen all the time. But no, it needs to get this way. People get way, way too vehement in group consciousness. There's no need for anger. If you're getting angry at a group conscious, it is your own damn problem. Once again. Okay. We went to, I thought it was funny. Right. Okay. Because you all know me well enough. I bring up hard conversations. If there's something a little bit tougher to bring up, I want to bring it up. Because that's how I am. So we're doing the group conscious yesterday, and Maria goes, all right, any new business, Dion? I thought that was so funny. That was so funny. I'm like, okay, I know what they think of me. But at least I'm known. At least I'm known for that. And I did have something I had to bring up, and we got it worked out. Okay, and there was somebody that even said, "Thank you for bringing that up. I didn't want to." Okay, sometimes you guys, you got to bring up that courage and say, "Hey, I just know this isn't right. I'm having a hard time with it. What do you guys think?" And listen, they may go against what it is that you're thinking. That's okay. This is how we figure out what is best for the newcomer. Ha. So let's say we have a difference of opinion, but both of our intention is to get this to the newcomer the right way, then it's not going to matter what direction we go. We're going to figure out the right one, and that's what we're going to apply. That's it. Sometimes I start the conversation, I might come up with a solution, but it's not my solution that was used. So what? I don't have all the answers, but I'm also not afraid to bring up the topic, to get it going, to get that conversation going. Okay? That's really what I do, is I make you think. You got to think about this stuff. You really do. You really do. Let me get in a good stretch here. Ah, you ever had a really good stretch? Ah, that was not one of them. Good one. Ah, I desperately need to go see a chiropractor. All right. And we have more. So you see, AA, we don't get into controversy. If you don't like AA, great, put it on your 4-step. If you meet somebody in recovery that is working a program, they live in a solution. So if you go whine to this person, they're going to give you solutions. If you don't want to hear them, you're going to get upset. What is it that you're really going for? Does it come down to the fact that you really just want to go to meetings and whine? Is it the fact that you don't want to get a sponsor? You don't want to do the steps? Okay, you see no need to do those steps. So what we're saying is, well, maybe you're not ready yet. Maybe you're not ready. Maybe you need to go fall on your face again. Maybe you need a DUI. Maybe your wife needs to leave you before any of this happens. Okay, we don't know. Okay, but we can. But the key here is this. Okay, most people that come to AA, they may have heard of it, but they have no idea what it is. So you may be the only person that they see that tells them what AA is like, even though there's millions of us, right? So keep that in mind. You may be the one person that says something, that does something in that meeting that may change their mind. Be understanding about it. Be empathetic. You know what? I've been there before. If that's what you feel you need to do, then you do it. And guess what? I'm going to support you, even though we know it's the wrong way. Even then, I'm going to support you. Why? Because when this person drinks again and falls down, not fails, but falls down, I'm going to be there. I'm going to say, we're here again. Now it's a little worse, huh? Now it's a little worse. And that's when you can really say, hey, now do you see the progression? It's only been 2 weeks, brother. Oh, shit. Okay. All right, one more here. To those who wish to secede from AA altogether, we extend a cheerful invitation to do just that. Okay. Okay. Great. Bye. Okay. I'm going to tell you something. These are the people that try and reinvent the wheel. These are the people that try to start actual cults. Oh, yeah. Okay. See, it's just coming in a different form nowadays. Now they call it recovery coaching. That's why in the meeting, you guys, I didn't bring up recovery coaching. Why we need to redetermine recovery coaching. And I know my team knows what I mean. So, to those who wish to secede from AA altogether, we extend a cheerful invitation just to do that. And we also give them a receipt because I'm going to refund their misery. If they can do better by other means, we are glad. Yeah, I'm glad. But it ain't going to work. I already know it. But is this person going to listen to me? No. What's probably best is that we just get this person out of the room quicker, because otherwise they're going to start 13-stepping newcomers. I guarantee it, because it happens every time. And it's usually a good-looking male who knows the Bible very well. Almost always. And they try and take the Bible and their use of the Bible and they bring it into AA. And it's not going to work. We are not Christian. It's not going to work. Nobody's going to want to hear it. Well, some people will. But somebody like me, I'm not going to tolerate that. I'm not. If after a trial they cannot do better, we know they face a choice. They can go mad or die, or they can return to AA. The decision is wholly theirs. As a matter of fact, most of them do come back. So the ones I've seen, they didn't come back. They weren't allowed back. No. Yes, you can be 86th from AA. Of course you can. Go in there being rude all the time. Let's say you have somebody that comes in and they say that they're an alcoholic. They have a desire to stop drinking, but they come into the meeting drunk every single day. A desire to stop drinking has a little bit of action behind it. That is not action. Okay. Can that person attend the meeting? Of course they can. But they don't get to speak. They're not sober. Okay. They're not sober. And if they're not sober, guess what? They're full of fucking shit. You're going to get some kind of frothy emotional appeal. It'll either be anger or crying. One of the two. Okay? Because they're looking for that, oh, everything's gonna be okay. Don't do that. That's condescending and it's wrong. It's wrong. A lot of people that I see that concede from AA, I don't see them come back because their ego gets in the way. All those people think, da, da, da. And when it really comes down to it, it's been 2 years. It ain't even the same people anymore. Right? So there are unsaid rules in AA. There are unsaid rules in all of our 12-step groups. Right? And we don't argue with that. We just see them out the door and wish them luck, man. We do. And let them know that if they want to come back, we're still here. Right? And what that means is, what that does is it creates a forever situation. So in other words, what you're saying is, I understand you don't want my way. That's fine. Don't ever take offense to that. Don't ever take offense to if somebody doesn't want what you have. Then quit whining about it. Trust me, there's people out there that want what you have. So don't worry about it. Okay? Once you don't worry about that, the gifts show up. And these gifts are indicators from God saying, that was correct. That was correct. And what he's doing is he's giving you a pat on the back saying, good job. He's claiming your spiritual progress for you. Awfully nice of him, isn't it? Isn't it? Okay. Now we might be in the evangelist portion of our sobriety. I get that way every now and again still. You know, where I might become a bleeding deacon. No, come on, man. You got to give this a try. Your life is at stake, and going down that road. I might give it another try if I feel it is worth my time and I get to make that decision today. God's given me that option today. Okay, Dion, we've led a horse to water. He's not drinking. What are you going to do? You guys know what I'm going to do. I'm going to shove his fucking head in there. If he is of the hopeless variety, if they're not of the hopeless variety, then I probably won't. Because it'll just make them mad. It'll just, I'll find that offensive. But the person that comes in with the gift of desperation and you tell them the truth, they're going to appreciate that. Hey man, I am not putting you down. Okay. I'm like you. I do this quite. I'm like you. The only difference between you and me is I've been in the program a little bit longer. Other than that, there is no difference between you and I. I'm an arm's length away from the next drink, just like you are. Okay. And what does that do? That brings me what they hear is, oh, you're coming to my level. You're coming to my level. Right? And when we do that, people tend to listen to us a little bit better. That's shoving his head in there and wishing he did. It doesn't have to be a horrible experience. But, you know, you have to remember that I've dealt early in my sobriety when I was 18. I only dealt with people that were low bottom, homeless drunks. And if you didn't shake them a little bit, they wouldn't get it. They wouldn't get it. So we can't go around patting people on the head, telling them that it's okay when it's not okay. No, their behavior is not okay. Is it going to be okay? Yes, it is. Probably not today. Probably not tomorrow. Okay. These are reasonable expectations. But I can tell you now, if you stay sober today, tomorrow's going to be a little bit better. Be a little bit better. You're gonna wake up with it. You'll wake up without a hangover. You're gonna know where you are. And if this person can experience this for a few days in a row and find it enlightening, then you got somebody. Some people be like, oh, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I had to be put in detox. I had to be put away for 5 days. I had to do it. Dion could never. If Dion made a promise to not drink, 10 minutes. Let's be honest. Yeah, within 10 minutes, I'm talking myself into it. Why? Because I told myself I couldn't have it. And that never flew with Dion. Never. Even if Dion was like, no, you can't. I ain't scared of me. I know I'm a big wuss. So, you know, we gotta be able to take these people in. But if they have decided that they need that something is, you know, there are a couple of us. We had a friend about a month ago, well, about 3 weeks ago, decided that something in the family was more important, and we all knew. We all knew. It's not like there was a secret to her friends and what was going to happen. I figured there was going to be a relapse. I was hoping I was wrong because I wanted to be wrong. There was one. They came back. See, that's what we're talking about. They came back. Very embarrassed, of course, ashamed, even though we tell people all the time, you know, but it still happens. All right? And it probably took her, you know, 2, 3, 4 more days to get back, to get over the shame and then be like, okay, I can show my face enough now that I can go on there. When really, just get your ass back on there. There's not one person in that room that's going, ha. I tell you that, there's not. And if there is, they're not going to be around much longer anyway. And they were probably sent by the courts. So you don't even worry about it. Mm-hmm. So a slip, a relapse is also not the end of the world. Okay? If I had a slip during my 4-step, and my sponsor said, okay, we sat down, we did steps 1, 2, and 3 again in one sitting, and I got back to work on my 4-step. And I didn't drink again. That was it. No, that's not true. Yeah, man, how could you? But we need to allow these people to make those choices. So Don't try and strangle them back into AA. You know, you can put in some effort. You know, and that's up to you. If you've made the decision to put in some effort and it comes back in your face, then you're just going to have to say, okay, I don't do it that way again. Okay. But these are, like I was saying, these are unsaid rules that keep us protected. These are the same rules that we follow in this group. It's the same rules that I follow in Trudging Together. See, and earlier because we all met, actually, this is what happened. Dion was sleeping. We were supposed to meet at 2, and my phone was going ding, 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 ding. And I woke up, and I had to start a meeting with my very wet voice. And it was very unprofessional, and I am upset with myself. I know my team is not upset with me, but still, I feel I could have done a better job on that. So, you know, and we were talking about the podcasting and how it goes, and what it does, it just feeds itself. And that's why the podcasts just keep getting bigger and bigger. There's no choice. It's set up that way. It can't do anything else but move forward. And that's how we need to make our lives. We need to be continually moving forward. You're either going to move forward a little bit or a lot. It's okay. Personally, I prefer the baby steps. I feel a little more comfortable there. Notice I feel a little more comfortable, not comfortable. Okay? Can't be too comfortable. And if you get comfortable in your sobriety, it's time to put a foot up your butt. Get you motivated. All right? So we have these indications that, hey, Dion, you gotta do something. Gotta do something. Right? For me, I have certain things that I like to accomplish during the day. No matter what time I wake up, I still have to do them. Right? The daily reflections, the daily trudge, I got to do it. Right? I have to go to a meeting every day. I do not miss a meeting. Right? All right. Another fun topic too. Not as fun as the one this morning or this early afternoon. So, all right. Well, kids are here, grandkids here, so I'm gonna go see if I can help wreck the living room. So, thank you everybody. Thank you everybody for being here. I love you. I love you. Peace out. And